On the heels of the 9th Lok Sabha elections, tension was brewing within the Congress. Soon, several Congress dissidents joined hands to form the Janata Dal, and with the support from various regional parties, the National Front came into being.
It was quite simple in a sense because there were too many leaders with too great ambitions. Everybody wanted to be Prime Minister, basically.
Within the party, there was disaffection possibly, but in Congress party, when someone from the family is in power, these things don't really matter. So in the end, Rajiv Gandhi was the leader for the party. That was indisputable. But his handling of the situation, I suppose, could have been better once again had he been a better politician.
The sentiment against the Congress was strong.
ये बिल्कुल साफ हो जाता है कि फतेहपुर के अंदर कांग्रेस की जमानत जब्त होगी।
Despite being the single largest party with 197 seats, the Congress had to concede to the National Front. And rebel Congressman VP Singh would become India's 8th Prime Minister.
मैं प्रत्यक्ष अथवा परोक्ष रूप में संसूचित या प्रकट नहीं करूंगा।
Congratulations.
However, Singh's tenure was short-lived. No sooner was LK Advani arrested for defying orders against the infamous Rath Yatra, the BJP would promptly withdraw its support from the VP Singh government. With the help of the Congress, the Samajwadi Janata Party, a breakaway faction of the Janata Party, would lay claim to forming the next government, led by Chandrasekhar, the 9th Prime Minister of India.
You know, the Janata Party government experiment failed for the simple reason that there were too many leaders, and it was not a real political party it was supposed to be, and then it broke up on the question of the affiliation of the Jan Sangh, the old Jan Sangh part of the equation, and that they had to revoke their links with the Rashtriya Swaramsevak Sangh, RSS, which they were obviously not prepared to do, which was an excuse. So it broke up, and then of course, you know, in the famous Hindi phrase, Ek Din Ka Sultan, I mean, we saw a parade of prime ministers coming and going who were in office for short terms.
But in 16 months, India was already bracing itself for mid-term elections. By now, the political environment in India had turned volatile. It was being termed the Mandal Mandir elections. A poll plank used by the BJP, the Ayodhya issue had led to riots in many parts of the country, polarizing the electorate on the lines of caste and religion. And with the National Front in complete disarray, the question on everybody's mind was if the Congress could deliver.
These are two very disparate strains in politics that happened to come at the same time. I don't think it was purely coincidental that they came, because Mandal came when VP Singh was in a crisis. People were self-immolating, students were across the country protesting against this thing. There were counter protests by people who were meant to be beneficiaries of the Mandal Commission recommendations. So again, there was the national pot was boiling.
Well, it helped the Congress because people were absolutely fed up with what was happening on the political front. As far as the Mandal issue was concerned, once VP Singh brought it to the fore, you know, it became a real poll issue, and we couldn't go back. The country couldn't go back, because once you raise that kind of divisive politics, it is there to stay because of the caste factors and interested parties and so on.
The 10th Lok Sabha elections were held in 3 phases, and by the first phase, the Congress, led by Rajiv Gandhi, were campaigning vigorously to stage a comeback.
We were expecting him to come back. I was expecting him to come back as Prime Minister, and he would have been a really great Prime Minister because he had learnt a great deal by being leader of the opposition. I happened, as I said, in interaction with him throughout that period, he understood politics much better.
May 21st, 1991. A day that would be etched in infamy. At 21 minutes past 10 p.m., Sri Perumbudur, Tamil Nadu, would be witness to a ghastly act of terror. Amidst thousands of supporters, Rajiv Gandhi would be brutally assassinated by a suicide bomber.
On 20th May, he had returned early in the morning. He and Sonia ji went and voted. He voted in the election that morning, 20th morning, and immediately left for Bhubaneswar. From there he flew to Hyderabad, from where he went to Chennai, and from Chennai he went to Sri Perumbudur. And that was the end of the story as far as I was concerned.
I got a call on the 21st of May 1991 that Rajiv Gandhi was no more. And there would be a blackout. And that's what happened.
It still brings tears to my eyes, but anyway, that is what happened. That is how it happened.
Left leaderless abruptly, India would be gripped in overwhelming sorrow once again. Rajiv Gandhi's death would steal the nation of someone who could have redeemed himself as a great leader.